We feel like we've had a good week of preparation, and our kids are excited about going down and playing a really good LSU team in a great environment in Baton Rouge. And this has been a long-standing series, and there's been a lot of great games over the years. And I feel like it'll be really competitive. And I think our kids are really excited about this great opportunity they have.
You talked Monday about LSU. It was a lot like y'all. Both teams lost a lot of great players from last year's series teams, but both teams are adjusting to it.
Yeah, I think LSU lost some really good players from a year ago, but they have really good, young, talented kids who have taken their place. And I think NOLA's one of the best in college baseball. They're a very good defensive team. They had a great offensive night last night against McNeese State, and they're probably, after last weekend, there's probably, there's a sense of urgency for sure, but I feel like we have a sense of urgency as well. And I think, again, it's just another great SEC weekend, another great Mississippi State LSU weekend.
Can you talk about that rivalry, LSU Mississippi State?
Yeah, I think having played in it, I thought it was great. I think the reason why you get a sense that there's a rivalry there is because for a long period of time, Mississippi State and LSU really had two of the only fan bases in the Southeastern Conference in terms of schools that will travel, and in terms of people showing up for games consistently. You look at 70s, 80s, 90s, those two have been a constant. So I think in that way it's a rivalry, but I think that it's kind of like every other sport. I think, gosh, when we play Vanderbilt on the weekends, I feel like it's a rivalry. When we play Ole Miss, that's a rivalry. So I think you can make a case for any weekend in the league being a rivalry for sure.
But both teams coming off a Saturday doubleheader, how do you think that impacts pitching plans for this weekend?
Yeah, we know for sure that Brown's not going to pitch tomorrow night. He threw a bullpen earlier in the week and was had a little bit of a shoulder issue, and so we're going to have to adjust to that. Whether that's moving Ross up into his spot, we don't know. Ross really wants to pitch on Friday night, having talked to him yesterday, but we got to wait and see how he feels on Friday. So whenever you're moving guys around, then I think you're in a situation where you're going to find out what's best for that young man and how he feels. So, certainly we don't know exactly what we're going to do with Trevor. For right now, we would probably go Ross and then probably go with Trevor on Saturday and wait and see how Brown's shoulder's doing on Sunday. But we can deviate from that if Ross wakes up on Friday and his arm's not where he wants it to be. We're for sure going to give him another day. So,
you're also looking at the chance of weather on Sunday.
Yeah, for sure. So, you look at the predictions, you look at NOAA, it's really different than the Weather Channel, and I don't like playing weatherman until you get 5 or 6 hours away from, and I know that impacts fans and it impacts, game management and things like that. But I think when you try and play weatherman more than 24 hours in advance, you're really you're going to make more mistakes than you are anything else.
Any other questions?
What is it?
What's the game plan with NOLA? I mean, he's probably only going to make 3 or 4 mistakes all night. You got to kind of just attack those.
Yeah, he's really good. NOLA's really good. He's a strike thrower. He's got great stuff. I think he's going to be a great draft pick. He's really hard to beat. You have to get a key hit. You really, somebody's got to stand in there and get that HBP or the walk. And you're talking about 2 really good defensive ball clubs, so somebody's going to have to make a mistake in order to beat NOLA. But I felt that way on Friday night, against LSU. Against Vanderbilt's guy, Beatty. I thought he was really, really good. Didn't pitch as well against us as he would have liked to, but just when you're convinced that you got to beat one guy on a pitching staff, another guy steps forward and pitches as well as that guy. So, he will certainly be a challenge, but I think all their other guys will be very, very competitive as well.
Any update on CT?
Yeah, I think he's moving around better. Does he play tomorrow night? We'll have to wait and see. We got to run him around out there and see how that thing's reacting, and hopefully we can have him on the field at some point this weekend.
Do you feel good about the offense? I mean, I thought I heard West during the weekend say that, you charted 9 or 12 hard hit balls in a game where none of them fell. Are you charting things and liking what you're seeing out of this offense where they're getting barrel?
Yeah, I think that our goal is to beat the game. So we have certain charts that affect how we practice, and if we beat the chart, we feel like we have a great chance to win the game. So and really, it's kind of worked out that way. So I think our kids are more in tune offensively with beating the chart, with eliminating average fly ball, eliminating strikeout, and getting to first base and hitting hard ground balls and line drives. We feel like that's who we are, and when we beat that chart, we got a chance to in essence beat the game on that day.
Coach, I noticed a lot of your players have had a lot of fun with like their walk-up songs this year, kind of introducing themselves to the plate. Thoughts on that, and maybe what would have been your walk-up song when you played back in the day?
I have not put a lot of thought into that question. Yeah, I think it's fun for the kids. We want them to have fun. We want them to have, an individualistic attitude, but within the framework of a team. So, yeah, I think it's fun for them as long as it's not, anything outrageous. I think that's fine. I don't know. As a kid, I was a huge Billy Joel fan. I don't know if that plays well in ballpark or not. So, yeah, I don't know. I haven't given a lot of thought to that.